Thing working? Oh, I can hear myself. I don't like that. More issues. There we go. That's better. I think we're finally here. I think we're good. Awesome. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Oh, my cap looks all kinds of fun right there. There we are. It's Friday. Welcome aboard, welcome to the stream. We're finally here. All the issues. Murphy's Law in full swing. I started an hour and a half ago. More than an hour and a half ago. I started getting things situated about an hour before the stream. Everything was going swimmingly, and then my audio equipment decided to start being finicky. I've noticed this bug with Elgato's wavelength software that after you make some adjustments, and this happens sporadically, so I don't know what causes the issue. But if you make some adjustments every now and then, once you go to close the app, then it'll give it like 2 seconds will go by, and then everything on the Stream Deck, because I'm using a Stream Deck Plus with the Go XLR, or not the Go XLR, but the XLR dock, and then it'll just go away, and then the Stream Deck will be like, gotta connect the software, and I'm like, the software's running, the software's connected. So that happened, and the only way I've figured out how to fix it so far is restarting the PC. So that happened, and then got everything going, and then my silly self forgot to activate the airports that we're flying to tonight after the sim was already running, so had to close that, relaunch it, and then the third time we relaunched it, Sim Connect wasn't working. So we're using BeyondATC tonight, and without Sim Connect, BeyondATC's not going to work, and the fun stuff at the top of the screen is not going to work. So there was Sim restart number 4. Luckily, I think we're all connected, and we're all good. So it's here, it's Friday, and welcome to, last week was the inaugural stream for this channel, but now today's the inaugural stream for slow down Steven, for Friday Night Flights. And Friday Night Flights is fitting because last week, if you'll remember, said that the idea behind doing this on Fridays and whatnot was just to chill, decompress from the work week, all that kind of fun stuff, go back, have a beer. So we're expanding on that, and we have Friday Night Flights. So of course, flights being our sim and our lying and that fun stuff, but expanding on, we have our beverage, as in flight of beer. Now, of course, a flight of beer is for more, I have no idea where that's coming from. Going through the game. But you know what? In true fashion, to make it legit, I stopped by the grocery store because Last week we had a Michelob Ultra, and some would probably frown upon that, and so I went and picked up some other varieties from local breweries and some goodies of the sort that aren't coming from the big brands. And naturally, if you're familiar with Kroger, you can build your own flight of beer. And as such, of course, seeing that there, I'm like, that's perfect. So there it is. Friday night flights works out perfectly. We're gonna chill. If you're interested in what we're drinking this evening, let's see if Nightbot's here with us, because I have conveniently created a command that will give you that information. Is he here? Is he here? Nightbot, where are you? Oh, well, Nightbot figured himself out. We have from the Jackalope Brewing Company. Of course, the green screen, so we're getting some see-through there, but we're going with a Lovebird from the Jackalope Brewing Company. Today, this is what is this? I don't know if Kara's here. There it is. Nightbot's here. Hi, Nightbot. Welcome to the chat. I may have to text my friend and tell her to get in here. What is this? It's a beer. It's a type of beer. I literally thought I saw earlier what beer this was. Anyway, it's a beer. It looks like this. I showed it a second ago. I've already had a little bit of a sip cheating because of all the fun I've been having. Ooh, that's good. So, if you take a look at what Nightbot said, a wheat beer brewed with strawberry and raspberries. And I might say it is quite tasty. So I think what we're going to do, in addition with our flights on the drinking side, is we're going to start rating the beers on a 5-point scale, or on a 1 out of 5 scale, and going into creating a list. And as we go, we're going to try to have a different beer for each stream and start building that list of all the fun things we try. If I'm ever out traveling and ever get suggestions, I'll do my best to try to find them and see if I can pick up local beers from other places. That would be cool. So this one in particular is brewed in Nashville, Tennessee. So going with the locality, is that even a thing, to the state of Tennessee, which is only fitting as we are the Tennessee Texan. Cool. On the other flight side, we're doing some United Ops today. Had a little chat with fiance and I'm like, where should I fly? And she's like, Seattle. And I went, okay, from where? And she said Memphis. And I'm like, okay, that's a long flight. So let's see what we got here. And did some looking and see if this stuff still works. It's been a week. Does this still work? I pressed the button. Pause. I guess I'm gonna have to start getting ready 2 hours before. Why are we're probably struggling to find our screen capture. Is that what we're doing? That's what we're doing. Okay, that should be showing up for you guys now. Let me come back. There we go. It's back now. So here's what we're looking at. Memphis to Tennessee. Interesting. Flight was delayed. It is in the A319. So we have jumped into the A319 from Fenix Simulations. Going from Memphis, Tennessee with service is to Denver, Colorado. Don't mind me, excuse me. And we are going to be doing it in this beautiful bird here. So hopefully things are good to go and we can get things situated. So without further ado, we've waited long enough. This stream is going to be long now because our first flight is looking to be 2 hours and 44 minutes. And then from there, we're going to head up to Seattle, which I have that up as well. Bring that back up. We're going to head to Seattle, but we're going to do a little bit of change. And we're going to flip over to the Max 8 by iFly and finish that flight over there to Seattle. That flight looking to be another 3 hours. We might put a pin in that flight. I didn't realize how long that flight was. So we'll see about that. But for sure, we're going Memphis to Denver, starting out with the fun. So without further ado, let's hop in this bird and see how things are going. It has been a little bit of a minute since I've flown this guy, so let's see if I can remember. Let's take a look at the overhead first. We got some buttons and switches, so if I remember correctly, we want to come up here and hit that BAT 1, BAT 2. Let's get some sounds up here so we can hear the wonderful sounds of this plane. BAT 1, BAT 2 are on, and external power. There we go, the plane is coming to life. While we're up here, let's get our ADIRs aligning left, right, and center over to nav. Flip this over to... That needs to be cat and purse. So that's all good. Cruise supply can come on. Ground control can come on. Come up here. Strobe is good. We'll turn the nav lights on. Seatbelts can stay off for now. No smoking can go to auto. Emergency lights to arm. And we will increase the cargo key to the aft position. Why? That's annoying. Let's just turn that down. Why are... What? Alright. We're just gonna turn that down. That's new. Never had that happen before. We're just gonna turn it off. Oh look, we've turned it off and it's still dinging at us. Well then. All of that's configured. Everything's turned off over here. Parking brake wasn't set, but that shouldn't be an issue. All right, for y'all's sake, I'm gonna turn that off. Maybe we're flying somewhere. All right, we're back. Is that, I mean, are we? Yep, that is running. Don't know why that's on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Shall we try again? Overhead. Tap and purge, that's fine. All right, bat 1, bat 2. External power can come on. Tap and purge is fine. Ground control can come on. Rear supply, nav. No smoking can go to the on position. Arm that. This can go to the aft position. Left side, right side, center can go to nav. And let's just hold our breath and see what happens. That's all good. Smoke detector default if no livestock. Not familiar. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, there it goes. All right. I think we're good. Oh boy. This is going to be a stream. Okay. That is set for now. So, if we come over here, we got our flight here, Memphis to Denver. That is all good to go. So if I remember correctly, we need to go to mass and balance, and let's see if GSX still plays nice with this plane. So we are taking 144 passengers with us. Let's just verify that with the flight plan. 2 passengers, 144. That is correct. All right, so we're gonna go load aircraft, GSX boarding and refueling, and I think we're good. How about BeyondATC? We might still be good with that. All right. How are we going? We loading? We have a fuel truck on the way. Fuel truck is here. Perfect. All right. Well, that's good.
Fuel truck is in position.
Let's go to our FMC.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives.
We'll hop over here to the second one first, real quick. We're going to go to our ATSU menu. AOC menu, received messages, load sheets. We will accept that and return. That is good over there. Now we'll come back over here to FMC1, go into the FMC page, and we're going to go to our init page. Init request. We are United 2681 today. UAL 2681 flight number. Perfect. We are going to start with an initial cost index of 5. for the climb, and then we will adjust that accordingly. SimBrief is giving us a cost index of 21. And a cruise today, we're going to 380. Perfect. All right, that is good to go. Let's get just a bit of brightness up. No, not the floodlights. That up. And let's get that up. Okay. Awesome. So if we come and take a look at, and we'll see if this lines up, but if we bring this guy over, and of course that's, oh, it worked, thank goodness. So it looks like we're not even have to deal with any vectors. We're gonna come straight out to Cheeto. So we're gonna do the Zoom at 5 departure via the box transition. And head out. So that looks super simple. So we'll see if BeyondATC plays nicely with us. And gives us what SimBrief says. So give me uno momento. I need something to write with. I don't have the ability to put that on the screen. Maybe we'll figure that out at some point. But I can tell you for a fact that this stream is not the stream that we're going to figure that out, given everything that has gone on so far. Alright, where is my notepad? We're going to clear that page. Alright, we are United Airlines. What did I say? 2681? 2681. Get a good old craft list going here. We're going to be cleared to Denver. I have a hunch that they're going to give that to us. If not, we're going rogue. We need ATIS. We need clearance. We need ground. And eventually tower. So if we come over here, bring this back up, go to the info page. Of course it's flipped. That's nice. Let's just do that. ATIS is going to be 127.75, and clearance is going to be 125.2. SimBrief is giving us 18 right. We'll see if ATIS lines up with that. If it's 18 right, our power frequency is going to be 128.425. 28425. And ground 43 or 18 right is going to be 121.9. We'll see if that lines up. So we will start with ATIS here. And down here, we'll also put that on, that on, that on. Or not that. Okay. 127.
Good afternoon, passengers.
Oh, we'll be good. We'll greet our passengers. Well, that's probably going to kill our frames. What did I say? 127.75. That's on 5.
18 right, 27.
Can y'all hear that?
Runway 18 center, 18 right.
According to my Monitor y'all can.
Contact you have information, Juliet.
Juliet.
Memphis Airport
It's technically all we need is a
information,
flight simmer, but we'll listen to it.
1920 Zulu. Wind 220 at 10, gusts 18. Visibility 10. Scatter at 25,000. Temperature 17. Dew point 13. Altimeter 2980. VFR conditions. Landing runways 18 left, 18 right, 27. Departing runways 18 center, 18 right, 27. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
All right, we've got it, and they are departing 18 right, so we are good to go there. Thing I need to grab. Don't mind me. I need to unload that. Okay. There is the route. So, I think we're ready to get some clearance here, which is 125.2. So we'll bring that there. I need to get a radio stack. So the plan is we're going to do the radios as we get going, but then once we get in the air, we're going to turn it over to the first officer to handle that, so we can chit chat and handle or go over just some things. 125.2. Yes. All right. I think I have everything. So let's see if I can get this or if I butcher it. Memphis clearance. Good evening. United 2681 iFly clearance to Denver, please.
United 2681, Memphis clearance, cleared to Denver Airport. Zoom at 5 departure, Foxham transition, Dennis filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 124.65. Squawk 0130.
Good afternoon.
Cleared to Denver Airport. Zoom at 5 departure, Foxham transition, then is filed.
Boarding pass,
Maintain
please.
4,000 feet. Departure frequency 124.65. Squawk 0130. United 2681.
United 2681, read back correct. Contact
Hello.
ground 2165 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Hello.
Will contact ground 2165
Our first officer's
when
fired.
ready for pushback or engine start. United 2681.
It also helps
Take
if
care.
the
Thanks.
idiot running the programs would make sure to set things properly. Okay. So silly me forgot to turn auto respond and auto tune off, which is now off. So there's that. Since we're down here, put our squawk in, which is 0130.
This way.
Turn that to auto and
Good afternoon.
turn that to TA. Good to go there. That's set.
Welcome on board.
And y'all didn't see that because I have the charts up, so. All good.
May I see
All
your
right.
boarding pass?
Let's get our flight plan situated. So if we come here to the flight plan,
This way.
there is Memphis. We are going to be going to
Hello.
clear these out. All right. We're planning to depart off of 1 right. Oop, too far. Zoom at 5 with the
Hello.
Foxham transition. Here's Novia. Insert that. And then we're going to wait on our approach since we've got BeyondATC going. So we'll wait to see what they give us. So, just
Boarding
for
pass,
my
please.
benefit, let's just double check this. Cheeto Meadow gas it.
This way.
Perfect. That all looks
This way.
good. Awesome. And then we'll figure out the approach when we get
Hello.
closer to Denver. Awesome. What can we do here? Fueling should be done at this point.
Hello.
So we're gonna tell the folks in the back to get their
Skywest
seatbelts put on.
5758. Gate 11 taxi via Mike 4, November
We can
Tango
turn
Bravo 1.
that down just a bit.
811 via Mike 4, November.
Where are we at with our boarding?
Skywest 5758.
Hello.
Hello. SC9144. All right. We'll get our APU going. So let's get that
Welcome
flipped
on
on.
board.
Real quick there. We can come down here to the FCU. So I do have the Winwing FCU, so
This
I can
way.
just dial this in. We were cleared to 4,000. Everything else is good there. QNH is going to be magically 2980. I knew that. I looked that up. I did not totally press the B button.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All
This way.
right. You can hear that APU starting up in the background. Sounds fantastic.
This way.
Our center IRS has a fault again. I've never had issues with this plane before.
Good afternoon.
I got
Welcome on board.
just updated the plane before we started, see, and I think it's refailed them.
Good afternoon. Hello.
No, I think it's situated.
Hello.
Very odd.
Hello.
I mean, we have a map, so I don't know. We'll see.
Good afternoon.
All right, a couple of other things we need to do here. We do need to wait for loading since we're going through GSX to get our performance. We'll run that through the EFB in just a moment.
Hello.
For the sake of our frames, because we do have
Hello.
people on, we're gonna turn that off now. Yeah, I gave us a few frames, that's good. All right. That's loud. We should have some other planes here with us. But I guess not. I do have the traffic on for BeyondATC, so there was planes here earlier. All right, we are just about loaded here. Just waiting for that ding. One more. And there we go. All right. Dismiss that. We'll go to our, where do I need to go? I need to go to Oh, they're out. Haven't done this in a while. All right. Well, this is good. 1-8 right. Conditions are dry. We will sync our final load sheet, which is all good. Flaps config. We're going to go 1. No toga. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be on. That's all good. We'll sync the live weather and we will calculate that information. 147, 190. Oh, that's for the flap retraction. 139, 140, 144 looks good. We will send that down to the McDo, which should pop up here, which it did. Fantastic. Next fave, cost index 5. I think we're good to go. We're programmed. We have our weight and balance. So I think we might be good. Maybe. All this has gone to manage mode, which as it should, so that's good. So I think we're ready to get out here. Ready to get out of here. So I gotta cheat for a second because since BeyondATC decided to hijack my clearance, I did not listen to what the ground frequency was, which is already tuned, so that's fine. After ground, if this is correct, we are going to be going to tower, which is going to be 128.425. So we'll get that ready, and then our departure frequency 124.65. So we're on ground. I think we can request push and start and get ready to get out of here. Memphis ground, good evening. United 2861 is at stand 15, ready for push and start.
United 2681, Memphis ground, pushback approved. Face southeast.
Push approved, face southeast, southwest, or not southwest, United 2861. Okay. We'll see how many times I say southwest on this. All right. Here's the moment we figure out if all my stuff works. APU bleed can come on, and this is correct. I should just be able to flip that guy on. Forgot to turn external power off, so that was my bad. Looks like we are getting, there goes the gate. It looks like this is still working like it should. This guy can go away.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ready for push. I think we're going to do a straight pushback, given where we're at. We'll see what pops up. I do believe I have a GSX profile for this airport.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay. Let's go for the overhead. Fuel pumps can come on. APU bleed is on. There we go. While we're waiting for that company message, we'll go to our final load sheet and accept that. Good, fantastic. We are done with that.
Locking gear.
Perfect. I have no panel brightness. Sure.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, releasing parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Kilo now current. Altimeter 2981.
All right, here we go. I think per SOP we talked about last week, Airbus starts with engine 1 now. So Let's hear how this sounds. Ignition 2, start position. I'll turn this volume up. Engine 1 coming online. Now we'll let y'all enjoy that startup.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Oh, those sounds are fantastic. Phoenix, definitely. So I think the Boris sound pack on the iFly is definitely my favorite sounds, but Phoenix knocked the sound from this plane out of the park. Cool. We are started. Come up here. APU bleed can come off at this point. APU can come off. We'll come down here. Auto brake can be set to max. Saying to initialize the weights and okay. That can come on. Arm our speed brakes. And predictive wind shear can. Awesome. All right. What does this want? Let's see. I failed to send that to the McDo, so that should fix that issue. Come back over here. Flight plan, good to go. All right, flaps are set. Max auto brake, that is set. Predictive wind shear is on. We are squawking TARA. I think we are ready to get out of here and get our taxi clearance. So last little bit from me, from the ATC, and then we're going to turn it over to the first officer. Get a little spot to write out the taxi instructions here. If it's ground, United. I swear, if it starts putting someone...
United 2681, go ahead.
I don't know why it does that. If it's ground, United 2681 ready for taxi to runway 18 right.
United 2681, runway 18 right taxi via November, Mike 8.
Runway 18 right via November, Mike 8. United 2681. Man, I'm struggling with this call sign tonight. Alright, November, Mike 8. So, if we bring this guy back up and zoom right on in, should just be a little straight. November. Wrong way. And Mike 8, which is the first turn off there. Perfect. Nope, I need that. Come back, come back, come back. So we are going to make a right turn. You go back behind us. Parking brake off. Taxi light can come on. We'll go ahead and arm our strobe light. There we go. We're finally moving. Only an hour later. This is going to be a long flight. We may not be doing our second leg today. Takeoff config. Come down here. All normal. Perfect. We're just going to kind of clip this Southwest truck here. Clear left, clear right. Sporting the baby bus. Well, 26 frames. Oh gosh, no. Don't open that. That's bad. Dang, that just killed. Alright, give me just a second, guys. I just inadvertently opened something and... don't like it. Okay, maybe it's fine. Our frames are not doing great. Cabin is ready. Let's see if I'm too late to hear the announcement. Oh. Yep, nope, I missed it. Alright, come on, let's get going. We've been Colorado Springs is our alternate today. Alright, one other thing. Make sure auto tune is on because I'm handing those controls over.
United 2681. Contact Memphis Tower 128.425.
Contact Tower 128.425, United 2681.
Alright, this is Mike 8. Hide this guy, we're done with that. See if he requests it or if I'm gonna have to request it. I think I'm gonna have to request it. Memphis Tower, United 2861, holding short 18 right, ready for departure.
United 2681, Memphis Tower, wind 220 at 12, gust 21, RNAV to Quito, runway 18 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 18 right, RNAV to Quito, cleared for takeoff, United 2681.
Come on. It's 19's taking some power to get going. I did forget to set our block time. We will just add some time to that. Alright, get this lined up and get this baby bus in the air and get going. Alright, we're lined up. Bring those guys up to about 40% or so. Chrono can come on. There's the brakes. And Toga. Toga knows her shit. Man, Flex 70 SRS runway auto thrust. Off we go. Oh, I have not flown this plane in a hot minute. Knots neutral. honestly did not even brief any restrictions if we had any. We just kind of went for it. But given the current circumstance of how everything was going.
Memphis departure, Fenix 311 Heavy, good day, 800.
Let me get back on track here. We were a bit of a sweeping turn there.
Good day, radar contact. Climb, maintain flight level
And then once we get here, we're going to go autopilot 1.
Climb, maintain flight level 180, Fenix 311 Heavy.
Go. Roll that turn a bit. And autopilot coming up. Sorry on that. And up we go. Wing flags, there we go. Alright, let's figure out why our lights aren't coming on. Yeah, whatever. Alright, I have that maxed, so why aren't we getting... lights? Still have a fault on RS3. Hey, am I just forgotten that plane this much? Or those lights are coming on. Here. I don't know why these lights aren't coming on. Unless it has something to do with my Winwing FCU, but I don't know. Because this guy's maxed out. These aren't really...
Center on 135.3, United 2681.
Turn that guy down. I don't know.
Memphis Center, United
Which is quite
2681.
odd.
Through 16,600 feet for flight level 190. United 2681, Memphis Center, climb and maintain flight level 380.
380 coming right
Climb
up.
and maintain flight level 380, United 2681.
Perfect. There it is. We can go standard on that guy. And we're on our way up. Perfect. We finally made it. Well past when we should have been doing this. But we're here. Bring this guy on a bit.
Memphis Center, Delta 1109, flight level 240.
That guy can go down a little bit.
Delta 1109, Memphis Center, roger.
Memphis Center, FedEx 311 Heavy, leaving 15,300 feet for flight level 180 direct STVVV.
That's KVVVP.
FedEx Tree 11 Heavy, Memphis
Okay.
Center, good day. Climb maintain flight level Tree 60.
Can't figure out the lights.
Climb
This
maintain
guy
flight
can go
level
away.
360, FedEx 311 Heavy.
So according to this, yeah, it's already been failed. So there it went. So now if we come back up here, there we go. That's fixed. So now if I could just have these lights on. 'Cause that's the ECAM, that's the lower display. Ah. Nope, that's the pedestal. That still didn't do anything. Ah. Okay, so I turned the pedestal on and then I turned this on and it came on. That makes no sense. I think we've gotten our issues figured out finally. Finally. There we go. Awesome. That was something. Dang, that came out of nowhere. Alright, that would have been the moment where people close to me were, instead of saying, "Are you okay?" they'd just been like, "Shut up." Got it.
Memphis Center, Southwest 4189, flight level 410.
So I have mixed feelings about BeyondATC.
Southwest 2189, Memphis Center.
On one hand, it's nice that they have the upfront fee and you can just buy it outright, and then if you want the nice sounding voices, you can enable that and, you know, pay for them as you please. But you know, the voices, the default voices, which is what we're using here, because actually I still think I have unused characters, but I just turn them off immediately. But it sounds decent, and you know, for 30 bucks, which is what it was. But I find myself fighting with it more often than not. So that leads me want to try say intentions and do a bit of a comparison and see which one would be better. From what I've read and what I understand, one of the differences between the two, and this might have changed in updates, but one of the big changes is, or one of the big things is, with BeyondATC, while all of it's scripted, it has the ability to tell you no. Which, from what I understand with, say, intentions, at least, and this might be outdated information, it doesn't have that ability to say no. It's using an AI engine to where it's like, you can tell it, like, it will just agree to whatever you say. I'm not experienced yet, so I can't really comment completely on it. I don't know. I think with AI becoming a big thing, these programs are definitely nice, especially for you know, people who aren't familiar with ATC comms and want to learn, or in the case of me where, go away, where you just don't feel comfortable doing VATSIM Yelp. So I don't know. But I figured since we have it for this stream, we would give it a try. Our indicated airspeed is not 0 knots.
Memphis Center, Fenix 442 Heavy to 13,000 feet for 16,000 feet.
FedEx 442
Zero
Heavy,
momentum.
Memphis Center. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Today's not the day, guys.
Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Today
FedEx 442 Heavy.
is not the day. What are we? 28, whatever, such and such. I can't even keep the freaking call sign straight. 2681. There we go. That's actually working. That's another thing that I'm not particularly happy with, is the program that I use that displays the flight information up there. From what I understand, it was...
2681. Contact Memphis Center 120.075.
You know, when I was researching my stuff, trying to figure this stuff out, you know, this is one of the options that came up that a lot of people suggested. It came with some templates to make it easy to set up. And you don't need our fill state. That's not us. We're gonna turn that down. But it's the Fly Live dashboard. And you know, it was recommended by several people who've used this before. And so I gave it a try, and it worked decently. And then out of nowhere, it seemed like the person who developed this just decided to quit developing it, and it went open source. But as I understand, I don't know if anyone has since then picked up the open source of working on this. I might be wrong. But it's just kind of buggy. And I've noticed too that if you want to use the templates now, the templates don't work anymore unless you go to the website and manually download them. You could just select the template and it would pop up in the little editor and you could situate it, and that doesn't work anymore. You get an error message. So I know there is SimToolkit Pro that is used by some. I've tried it a couple times, just trying to figure it out, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I end up usually just giving up and going back to the Fly Live dashboard because, well, kind of finicky it works. Still need to figure out what type of beer this is. Let's just look. Sun is shining, birds are chirping. And Lovebird is here to celebrate us all week long. The ranch starting today, 2 to 10 p.m. That was back in 2022. I just want to know what kind of beer it is. Good. IPA. I literally can't see it anywhere on this can. Google is our friend. It's just a wheat. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. All I know is it's good and I'm enjoying it. Give me a second, chat. We are back. Oh. I don't think I've cheersed yet. Or I might have. Cheers to Friday. Thank God we're here. Thank God we're finally in the air. I don't think with the late start and given that supposedly the second flight that we were planning for this is another 3 hours and 9 minutes. And considering for me it is 9:30 right now. And considering our little timer up at the top is saying about a 2 hour as the crow flies time. Don't think we're going to do the second flight tonight. I may visit it either Sunday if I'm not busy, or that'll be our flight for next week. That may be our flight for next week. And then maybe next week, if everything works out and we can get all these issues situated, you would think that an hour-ish time would have been enough to get things situated. Theoretically was. Just things decided to not work. Yep, I'm going to make the executive decision. So here's the flight we were going to do. United 690. So last week, or when I looked at this earlier in the week, I saw where this was done in a max. Since then, all the flights that have been flying this route have been 738s and A319s, A320s. All there's a 739. Here we go. Wednesday. This didn't pop up earlier. There's the max. So it was going to give us a time to fly the iFly Max, which is probably my favorite plane in the sim. So I think we are going to table this flight, and this is going to be our flight for next week. and hopefully we could get things started on time and not deal with all the fun we did. So we're just going to table that guy. We'll talk about that in a second if we feel like it. But for now, we chilling, we going. What did I have planned to talk about? Everything kind of went out the window. We dropped some frames there for a second. I know one thing we can talk about, which I'm not caring for right now. Finally decided to jump in and update to Windows 11 because the inevitable is on its way, and I've held off for a decent time, and so I went ahead and bit the bullet and upgraded to Windows 11. And I've been somewhat familiar with it. I use it a little bit at work. It's not my, we mainly use Mac at work, but there's a couple of programs for what I do that require Windows, and what I have running on Parallels is Windows 11, and so I'm familiar with it. But now I've got it fully going on the PC. And the thing that stands out most to me is last week when we were streaming, which we were on Windows 10 last week, our CPU usage was at about 2% from OBS. Since then, this week, and granted, it's not a massive thing, and it could be something like Streamlabs OBS, they're not called that anymore, but you know, Streamlabs, where it just hogs your CPU usage. We've doubled. So right now we just spiked at about 6.1% CPU usage through OBS, and that was not a thing before. We were in the 2 and 3% on when we were live. So I've noticed that Windows 11, at least on my current setup, which if I have this set up correctly, and if you're interested in my PC specs, you can check them out below, but they should be popping up here in a second. I'm running a 10900K with a 3090 Founders Edition, so this was a beefy computer back in a bit. It makes me sad for the fact of the, you know, what I put into this PC and kind of went all out, you know, with how technology works. Like, you know, a 5080 will do like circles around this computer now. And so, I mean, I've noticed even a significant decline in the last 2 years of when I first got into Microsoft Flight Sim, and that the game ran pretty well. And granted, this is before add-ons and all that fun stuff, but now we're at a point where it kind of chugs, and especially in this situation where, you know, we've got OBS running, and I've got things in place. I've got the app that allows you to easily turn your mods on and off. So we're not running a bunch of scenery right now. We have the 3 sceneries that we were planning on flying tonight loaded, Memphis, Denver, and Seattle, which Seattle was already loaded because I bought that back on the marketplace before I fully understood the best practices of running the sim. So it is interesting, but all that to say, I've just noticed that little difference with Windows 11. So we'll see how it goes. Kind of want to keep it to a single PC setup. I know a lot of people, a lot of streamers are for the 2 PC setup, but that is a lot of money to shell out for a system that just runs OBS. And with the way hardware is today, even my PC right now is more than capable of, you know, running everything together. Not to mention, one of my things that I have to contend with is the fact that while y'all see this in 2K, I have a 4K monitor running this, so that's also what kind of takes a bite into the frames. So we'll see how it goes. It's a Windows product, and I'm sure it's going to keep on doing what it does best. I've got an itch in my nose that will not stop, and I'm getting real tired of it. Looking at the camera right now, that was the other thing I noticed earlier, is that I looked very red when I was trying to get things set up, and it was one of the other many things that was driving me nuts, and now it seems to have relaxed. I think it might have been how the camera was reacting to the shirt I was wearing, which had a tinge of green in it, and if you can't tell, there's a green screen running given the transparent background, so green and green screen don't go well together. Fine. We got the IRS issue figured out. I cannot talk. IRS issue. Oh, I guess we can turn these guys off. We've probably, at this point, just flat out blown our lights off. Wing lights can come off too. Everything else is good to go.
American 433, Memphis Center, radar contact.
Company message. Probably saying, you're fired, you don't know how to fly this plane. Yeah, we're not going to send a delay card for 1,056 minutes. That's how late we are from all our fun at the beginning.
Alaska 402, contact Memphis Center 120.075.
Contact Memphis Center 120.075, Alaska 402.
You can't do that.
American 1321, contact Memphis Center 128.475.
31 minutes in the air.
Center on 128.475, American 1321. See you.
So speaking of PC parts, anyone trying to find a graphics card? Look at it. My nose will not quit itching. I'm getting tired of it. So yeah, how about the fun of getting a graphics card? Anyone scored one? Because I know someone who finally scored one. I say that, knock on wood. Hopefully I won't. So, I think I mentioned last week, whoa, why is that on? Nope. But no thank you. So I think I mentioned last week that over the last little bit we've been building the fiance a gaming computer, and of course we've gotten everything situated. We're up and running, minus the graphics card, because while not getting into the nitty gritty of it, obviously current circumstances have warranted trying to get a PC built now before things get more expensive. So we got going on that, got the parts going. And of course, in that timeline, you know, months ago, NVIDIA quit making 40 series cards in prep for the 50 series cards, which we all know this story. So we have been like watching the drops as best as we can. The first time, so we've been aiming between a 5070 Ti and a 5080. 5080 is way overcool for the system we built for her, but overkill. But you know, it would be a good buffer for future. We were ideally wanting a 5070 Ti. And so the 5080s launched, and we decided that, you know, with that launch, we're just going to go ahead and try to get one. And like, we had alarms set. We were up for the launch. I had joined a Discord group that has someone who's created bots that gives notifications, doesn't buy, but gives notifications of stock. Okay. One of the caveats is her system is an all white build. It's a hydrangea blue thermal take 250 with a white interior. So a black graphics card is not going to cut it, obviously. So that limits our choices a bit. And so we settled on the graphics card we're going to go after. We've got our backups ready to go. Launch happens, and like at that point, right when the launch happened, we could have gotten a graphics card with everything that launched, but we obviously needed a white one. And the one we were going to try to go after was the MSI 5080, whichever one was the white one. That was the one we had decided we were going to go after. And our choice of who we wanted to get it from, we had decided on B&H because, you know, I've gotten plenty of stuff from B&H over the years, and they had it listed on their website out of everyone else. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna go with B&H, and so that was our main target. I don't think B&H got graphics cards, y'all, because the second everything launched, B&H went from, I don't even know if it says out of stock or whatever, but like it just flopped. Like it just said, well, no. It stayed as coming soon when it launched. And so we're watching the launches from the other places, and a couple of the other white variant cards came up, but those weren't the ones we were going after. And like instant getting on these cards just sold out. So that was fun dealing with that. And so we kept on it for a bit. Nothing worked out. I think the white one's the one we wanted, came up somewhere else finally. Excuse me. And just same thing, like instant got to the checkout. It's like, no, we don't have this. No, we're like, no. And so ultimately we were like, okay, well, we still have the 5070 Ti. Surely, big surely, emphasis on that, we could have better luck. 5070 Ti launch comes literally, obviously B&H is out at this point, because literally think B&H has gotten 0 graphics cards. So get ready for the 5070 Ti launch, and just like one of the first ones that comes up is the our now main option, which at this point was the Gigabyte Eagle. Now that we switched to going with the 5070 Ti. And it was like one of the first options that came available on Newegg and Amazon, and just instantly just gone, none. So literally right out the bat was a bust. Couldn't, just fail. Couldn't get it. Like most of us. So then let's fast forward to yesterday. And as reviews have come out, obviously the 50 series cards aren't well favored, and are not the biggest upgrade in terms of going from 40 to 50. But AMD now, as of yesterday, has released their 9070 XT, which is extremely comparable to the 5070 Ti. So I thought about it and did a little bit of research, and once I saw the numbers and like just like here's the 5070 Ti, here's the 9070 XT. So like just like minimal indifference. And like there's some games, like I don't remember the game that all the reviewers were comparing, but it's like there's a couple games where, you know, you could see the difference. So yesterday comes along, which is the launch of the 9070 XT, and I'm like, okay, well, she already has an AMD chip in her, an AMD CPU in her system, the 7800 X3D, 7978, whatever it is, I don't know, the one everyone's buying right now. So we're just gonna go all AMD. Why not? And so launch comes, same thing. We need a white one. And we don't set alarms. So by the time I wake up, it's probably 10 minutes after the launch, and like at that point you're SOL. So everything's already gone at that point. Supposedly there's supposed to be more stock of this card. We'll see if things get better. I'm guessing that right out the gate there was going to be a high demand, because there's a lot of people like us that are like, well, I just need a graphics card. Like, just give me a graphics card. It doesn't matter what it is at this point. So, but then as we're getting ready to go on our day, I notice it pops up on Newegg, like just listed, and just immediately boop boop, Apple Pay buy, checks out. Like, it was the oh gosh, I don't know what it is. Let me just do a little looky look here. 9070 XT8. It was the XFX Quicksilver magnetic fan, super fancy, white with all the RGB fun stuff. And checked out, and I'm like, we've got a graphics card. Like, heck yeah. About an hour later, I get an email, and sorry, we don't have enough of these. Your order's canceled. I'm like, seriously. And so once I got that email, there's a live stream I follow that's connected with the Discord I'm in, and I noticed a trend that all of a sudden just a crap ton of people just canceled. Anyone who ordered through Newegg with this 9070 XT, and not just the white one, just 9070 XT in general, just canceled. And I'm like, okay, so Newegg's being a little sketchy there for some reason. So there was that fun devastation yesterday. It was like, you go from the high of, oh my gosh, I just got the graphics card, to once again, do not have a graphics card. So after that, I was bummed about it yesterday. And of course, I've got all the notifications on for this Discord group. It's just like, you know, you can tell when it's like a notification comes up and it's like someone on Amazon trying to either, you know, resell something. And so you'll just get like sporadic things throughout the day. And it's things like, if you even try to get it, it's just immediately gone. And so yesterday goes on, I'm just getting these sporadic notifications. It's usually like the ASUS Prime Tough hard black, and between both, you know, AMD and NVIDIA, and it's like it's not the one we want. So I'm getting tired of the stupid notifications. Last night I just flat out turned them off. And then this morning I noticed, you know, I had them turned off, and so I just took a look this morning and noticed that the white ones on the AMD side had dropped again, but it looked like it was limited stock. So fast forward to just a little bit ago while we were at the office and just chatting and working away, and all of a sudden my phone just ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. And when it starts doing that, it's like, no, this is an actual drop. And so I get on and I look, and like the second option is the 5070 Ti that we want. And the seller, it's going through Amazon. And from what I remember in all our endeavors of trying to get it, is I feel like I never really saw the white cards become available on Amazon. And so I saw them like sporadically came up, and it was obviously probably through third party or just people trying to resell and scalpers and all that kind of fun stuff. And so, but it was an actual drop. And so immediately clicked it, went to the checkout. You know, all the information's already there, just like quick checkout. Freaking got a 5070 Ti today, guys. 5070 Ti Eagle. Someone's selling it, this card that we got today, for $1,500. I'm not going to click on that link because we're just not going to go down that. That's the black one. Where's the white one? There's the arrow. Just gonna search Eagle. Nope, that didn't do it. I don't know why I'm trying to search on that. That search is not great. 50 series, 5070 Ti, Eagle OC. There it is. So, white graphics card. It's one of the thinner graphics cards, and then of course for all the frames gotta have that RGB. So looks like we're sitting at about a month in shipping, roughly. I keep getting nervous that I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna have an email being like, yo, actually we're canceling. I'm optimistic though, because once I ordered it, this card was available for a good 10 minutes. So I'm thinking Amazon actually had some stock for once. And because this one came in stock and then the Arrow came in stock. So, and like I said, for 10 minutes it was available. Like I probably could have bought a couple more of these. So that exciting news. We finally got a graphics card. And now Beyonce is going to be able to play Fast Food Simulator and Supermarket Simulator with all the frames. Fun stuff. All right, my friends, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to leave y'all with some tunes, and let's find a nice view here. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to bring that guy there. Get this situated here. So we're going to come out. Do that, and then if we, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Just clicked on the wrong thing. Camera, where are you, camera? Contrail though. Maybe we'll find a view. Ah, these frames were awful. Alright, we're coming over here. Actually, what about this guy?
Southwest 1888, Kansas City Center, radar contact. Southwest 1888, Kansas City Center, expect Wu-Tang Tree, runway 1 right. Expect Wu-Tang Tree, runway 1 right, Southwest 1888.
Maybe?
Kansas City Center, United 2680.
Don't mind me for stay here.
Flight level 380.
United 2681, Kansas City Center, copy.
What's going on here? I don't know what I did there. All right, I'm gonna take a break for a bit, guys. I will be back in a few minutes. So enjoy the tunes, enjoy the flight. We'll be right back.
City Center 132.9er, United 2681. Have a good one. Kansas City Center, United 2681, flight level 380.
United 2681, Kansas City Center, roger. Kansas City Center, Southwest 1888. Good day. Descending via Wu-Tang Tree. Flight level 270. Southwest 1888, Kansas City Center.
All right, did I miss anything? Anything eventful? Any naughty passengers? Got a haircut, guys. I had like 20 pounds of hair on my head. I got it chopped off this week, and it's fantastic. Fantastic. What else can we talk about? We need to remember B31. That is the gate that we're parking at in Denver, is B31. It is noted. Now I can close flight aware, and hopefully that's going to help some things. So let's talk about this fun. One of the things I had up in my notes. Oh, what happened to that?
SkyWest 5357. Contact Kansas City Center 128.6. Take care.
I'm sure that's not on screen.
SkyWest 5357. Have a good day.
I don't even know why that's showing up. That's not a thing. I gotta get rid of that. Okay. Get this brought back up. I don't know why that closed. So one of the things that's come up this week that I thought would be an interesting topic to touch on, I should probably not put my feet on the rudder pedals, is the situation going on with CSS, also known, or I should say Commercial Simulation Systems, also known as CSS. So what these guys have done, this is another group of developers, you know, we touched on last week the bit of drama going on with any builds in Phoenix and the probably not so well handled comments made on Phoenix's side to any builds. There may have been some truth to what the Fenix CEO said, but probably not the best forum. Hey Skytream, how's it going? Welcome aboard. So that aside, not touching that drama, we've got CSS releasing a new 737-500 Classic, and they're introducing a bit of a new model to the system, and it'll be interesting to see what the take is on it as it grows. So they're bringing a high fidelity 737 Classic to the sim, and they're using the term study level, which we're gonna stick with high fidelity. About to hop in the 738 Southwest colors with KDEN KMSP. That's awesome. Gotta rep that Southwest. Love it. Let's see, MSP. What would be a good MSP route for Southwest? Could go Chicago. That could be a fun one. So, anyway. But the interesting take on what they're doing is, you know, normally, you know, you buy your plane, you know, the dev gives you a nice product. Here is the price, you pay for it. There's your license to what you have the right to use. And so what CSS has come up with is a subscription plan. And essentially what they're doing is for $5 a month, you have access to the plane, or you could pay $50 for a year, or you do get a lifetime option, but it's $120. So it's a bit interesting. Come up over here, bring this fun up. So supposedly it's in the final stage of development. The screenshots look great for a Classic. You know, we take a look here and see what we're working with. I mean, it looks great. But I don't know how I feel about the subscription model, because, and this kind of touches on something that I'm also wondering with Microsoft, with a new feature they've introduced in 2024. So my fear and what I'm thinking is that if this plane is any bit successful, and granted it is a classic plane, so if you have an enthusiast of the Classic series, you know, you have that market, but then You know, where does it stand in the sim when you have a lot of people who are into the latest and greatest planes? You know, the Fenix, the A320, the 73 NG, the 73 Max, all those good things. And so, you know, one, it's a classic plane, but then it's like, if it is a super popular product, is this going to set a precedent? And as it stands, for $120, you get the lifetime license. The Fenix.
Contact Kansas City Center 127.8, United 2681.
If you buy the Fenix A320,
Kansas
and then
City
also
Center,
buy the
United
additional add-on to get the 19 and the 21, you're looking at a total
80.
of 89.98 British pounds. Okay. The Any Builds A350 that just came out, you get 2 variants of that plane for $76. You know, and then of course, you know, PMDG's model is, you know, you buy each variant, you know, so there's a little bit different, but you know, the fear is, you know, if this is the precedent creates, then why does it like, okay, you know, $5 a month, you know, that's cheap on the upfront. And, you know, or that annual license of $50, you know, for a year, you're paying way less than buying these other planes outright. But that's just for the first year. You're going to start getting that continued cost going forward. And so then at that point, now we've introduced a new model into the sim where it costs more money in the long run. And to be fair, you know, subscription models, where they stand and where they're appropriate, you know, we're using BeyondATC. BeyondATC, I don't know if they have a subscription model for the characters that you can buy with ATC. But you know, say Intentions is a subscription-based model, and you know, there's various other programs as you go where it is subscription-based. But I feel like with the planes itself, it's like that's not the right spot for that, and the fear is just the precedent that it would set, and therefore it's like, okay, well, this developer is they're seeing the benefit of this problem if this product is successful. So I don't know, interesting. I'd be interested to see others' take on it. You know, in my notes here, you know, 5-10 years down the road, if this becomes popular, are we going to see lifetime licenses go away? Much like we've seen everything else in the world today. You know, used to, when you went down, you know, to Best Buy and bought a piece of software, you owned that particular piece, or not owned, but rather you owned the license to that particular piece of software for the lifetime of the software. And of course, you know, eventually you'll deal with, like, you know, 10 years down the road, your computer's running super slow and everything's updated. So you have to buy the next version again. So I think it'll be, I don't know if interesting's the right word. The other side of this and I've kind of rambled like weirdly about this. I'm not on my game tonight. When is the 757 release? Are you talking about the 737-500? Or are you talking about the Bluebird 757 that's coming, that has a suspected release date of sometime this year? Which that is probably going to be a fantastic plane to check out once it comes out too. But all that aside, but the other take I have on this is Microsoft themselves in 2024 is introducing a rental model. But so you're able to try a plane out before you buy it. I suspect that this is a test platform to see how the rental side of things pans out. And if it ends up being super successful and the revenue that's generated from it ends up being decent, then I think it's going to probably turn from something into, oh, this is not just a rental program to try a product out, but this is a long time deal. It's like, you know, $5 a month, you know, kind of like CSS's price tier, how they've got their tiers out. It's like, you know, $5 a month. It's just $5 a month. But, you know, as you go on, you know, if you are a person who sims regularly and is going to fly a plane up years upon years after you buy it, then that cost starts adding up. And then it's just, in this day and age, another thing that just ends up costing more money. So I'm a bit old fashioned. I'm all for the lifetime license. And again, they're offering a lifetime license. Put that out there. It's not that they're saying it's a subscription or nothing. They're giving you a lifetime option. But the price for the lifetime option at $120, which again, like I said, you know, all the variants of the A320 CEO from Fenix is about 90 pounds. And $76 for the 9 and 1000 models of 900 and 1000 model of the new any builds A350 that just came out. And, you know, that significant jump, you're getting one single plane for a whole lot more money. And even on that model with PMDG, who has a model of one variant, one price, you know, those are, you know, the 777 was $77. You know, it's priced accordingly for the product. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. If we go take a look over here, here it is. They've got some stuff on the process of, you know, developing it. And if we go back over to FS Elite here, like I said, you know, it looks great. And anyone who's interested in this plane, me particularly, I fall into that category of I prefer to fly the planes that are in service today. Which, to be fair, this plane's probably in service in some fashion, whether, you know, private owner or some sort of cargo ops, you know, whatever. But, you know, for me, I enjoy flying, you know, like what we're flying right now and what we would have flown later and what we'll probably fly next week with the Max. So, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting, and I think it's something we definitely need to keep an eye on. And, you know, if it ends up going the way that everything else in the world's past, you know, speak up. We'll let them know. So, would be interesting. I think that's all I had to really say about that. So I've got a doc over here to kind of like, as my week goes on, you know, kind of come up with topics to kind of talk about. And so we talked about the graphics cards earlier. In my notes here, I have it says specifically NVIDIA equals doo-doo. Yeah, that was one other interesting thing. Apparently the stock of the 5070 Ti was worse than the 5080. But, you know, it's all good because I ended up squirting a 5070 Ti today for the fiance. Will the 9070 XT be the saving grace? I obviously wrote this before the 9070 XT came out because it did in fact not be, words are hard, was in fact not the saving grace, at least in my case. Marking it all off. Where are we at? We are still not even halfway. Unless that bar's quit working. Is the info bar working? So does it not like me minimizing it? No, I think it's working. 44%. I'm digging it. Got that clarinet going.
United 2681, contact Kansas City Center 118.35.
Kansas City Center.
Center on 118.35, United 2681. Kansas City Center, United 2681, flight level 380.
United 2681, Kansas City Center.
All right. Yeah, we done through all the topics I had. I need to plan more topics. Also, didn't really anticipate this flight being as long. Whoops. Guess what we could do? I'm not even in that. Why are you zooming in like that? Go see if we've got any other fun stuff showing up on FS Elite. We have some cruise ships being added. Interesting. One of the things that always interests me, and to each their own, but Like, so there's this. Oh, we just major crapped out there. What is going on? Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. So we have this deal where you can add ATVs to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And again, to each their own, but you would think that I think there would be other sims for that. I'm just curious, because that did not happen before. Do okay, good. I'm like, are we live? All right, let's see here. I don't know. Things definitely feel a bit more unstable since switching to 11, but I'm also probably maxing my resources out as much as possible. Or not as much possible, but maxing out pretty good. Back up into the flight deck. Let's see how we are. All right, let's take a look. I should probably be listening to ATC a bit more on old BeyondATC and see
Kansas City Center, Air Canada 1288 Heavy, good day, flight level 410.
what we should be doing.
Air Canada 1288 Heavy.
Let's go ahead and do a bit of planning here, and then we'll see if BeyondATC ends up agreeing with us or not. Let's follow that. Too far, too far, too far. I mean, we still got a bit to go. We're probably just over halfway. I don't think the ticker at the top is working properly, so we'll have to look into that. Let's look at our approaches here and see what we got to work with. So right now, I'm gonna guess that this is not a thing anymore because that's a 6 knot tailwind. Let's just take a look at the weather and see what old Denver's doing. 140 at 7 knots. So probably need look into this. So runway 8 right now has a 4-knot headwind. 16 left has a 6-knot headwind. So the question is, all right, let's cheat a little bit here. Bring up BeyondATC and see if they've not given us any info yet.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 3503, flight level 390.
All right, so we need to at least come down here and put the arrival in.
Kansas City Center.
We don't necessarily know what approach yet, but we need to get the arrival in. I'm pretty sure this is going to change. Because again, this is showing a 6-knot tailwind, and that's not ideal for landing. But just for the sake of getting this put in, we're going to go 3-4 right with the slash 4 and this transition. We'll insert that. Okay. And that at least gets our top of descent in there, which is... Wait a minute. Oh, I do have it maxed out. I'm like, wait, we're right there. Oh, we're good. We're good. All right, let's see. Is Denver up and running on VATSIM? Nope, Denver is not going on ATC, so we don't have that. $140. 7 knots, overcast.
United 2681, contact Kansas City Center 126.905.
Let's see if they're gonna give us info
Contact
here.
Kansas City Center 126.905. United 2681. Take care. Kansas City Center, United 2681. Good day. Flight level 380.
I think we're gonna switch it up here. It has us on some brief coming in 3-4 right. I think we're gonna switch it up to 1-6. Oh, there he goes, 1-6 right. We're gonna change it to 1-6 right, because that gives us the 6-knot headwind and the 4 and a bit of a crosswind. So from there, let's figure out our approach. And you know what? That RNAV just looks absolutely perfect for today. So we're gonna go ahead and pre-program that. And to be honest, we're probably, by the time we get there, going to ignore what BeyondATC says, because that looks, you can't see that. That looks like it would be fun. Just a nice, simple little curve into the runway. Okay. Well, that's got that situated. So let's reprogram this down here. We're going to go Denver 3-4 right. We're going to go to the arrival. And now we're going to plan for 1-6 right. Arnav Zulu 16 right is what we're looking for.
United 2681.
Arnav Zulu, where are you?
Kansas City Center, United 2681. Flight level 380.
Arnav Zulu 16 right. We're gonna take this Flash 4,
United 2681.
which is already set. KISS transition, that's all filed. We are going to add in the Cliff via. And we're going to insert that.
United 2325. Contact Kansas City Center 12.
So now let's go up here to plan mode and step through this and make sure this all makes sense. There's our top of descent. Gotta back this guy up. That should be good. Now let's scroll through that. And there's our turn right into the runway. So that looks good, looks good, looks good. Push that back to arc. We'll set that on there. And we're good to go. Good to go. Crop circles. So right now on the Lovebird from a Jackalope Brewing Co., I'm thinking a 5 because it has a really good flavor to it. So in prep for today, what I ended up doing is before we got home, I stopped off at the good old Krogie's. And like I showed off at the beginning, I picked up a light of beverages. There's the proof. Fantastic, awesome, beautiful. And I picked up 6 variants. So I'm good for the next 6 weeks if we continue to do this. If things start out how like it did tonight, can't promise nothing. One thing we can do is axe these from the start, because those are no longer relevant. Perfect. Hey, we're getting a few more frames. That's good. Alright, that time has not changed, so I definitely think our banner is not properly working, so... Alright, if I come over here, I can't do that without changing the scene. Okay, so... we're gonna axe it. Try this again. That's about, yeah, so I don't think I can minimize this, which is quite unfortunate. I guess from now on, we will just set that up in the background behind OBS. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to zoom that across the screen. Cool. Come back into there. Wonderful and perfect.
Kansas City Center, American 1916. Good day. Flight level 370. American 1916. Kansas City Center. Radar contact.
Getting low. So what is our top of descent? I'll tell you one thing I want to definitely eventually get is the Winwing FCU, or not FCU, McDo. I've already got the one for the 737 from Cockpit Simulator, I think. Ones that were super, super expensive before the affordable ones started coming out. And they're so nice to have. Top of descent. It's not yelling at me to put in our descent info yet. So we're good. Go to the progress page. Oh, I need to change my cost index. I literally accidentally just tapped something on my keyboard and watched that pedal move. Not this guy, is it? Definitely resetting that. I've seen videos of that being adjusted by accident and causing absolute havoc. What was our init supposed to be? Well, I think it was 21. Let me check that out. Yep, 21. So we'll go ahead and bump that up. Give us a little bit more performance. We'll bump us up just a smidgen on the speed.
American 1916. Contact Kansas City Center 134.0. Center on 134.0. American 1916. Southwest 956. Kansas City Center. Expect Clash 4. Runway 17 right. Expect Clash 4. Runway 17 right. Southwest 956. Southwest 956. Contact Denver Center 132.5. Have a good day. Contact Denver Center 132.5. Southwest 956.
It's Lucy. Do you want to come say hi? Come on.
Kansas City Center.
There we go.
Flight level 370.
this. These are the little ears of our little first officer, Miss Lucy. You have anything to say, Lucy? He's like, no, I just want attentions. Oh, thank you. That was very sweet of you. So we will eventually have the Lucy cam set up. But for now, you'll just have to deal with her little head just bopping up. Oh, are we a sweet girl? Have you got everything ready for descent, little first officer? He's like, of course I do. There we go. There we go. Is that good? Are you good there? Are you gonna take over? All right, she's in charge now. Thank you. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. That was very sweet of you. Yes, it was. Oh, thank you. Yep.
Kansas City Center, Southwest 3046. Good day. Flight level
She needed attentions. She's purring away too.
Southwest 3046.
There's a Lucy.
Kansas City Center.
And now she's licking the microphone.
Kansas City Center, WestJet 1534. Good day.
Look at those clouds.
WestJet 1534, Kansas City Center. Copy.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you so much. Oh, yep, you're a sweet girl. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, she's still going. Do I taste good?
Kansas City Center, Envoy 3434, 14,100.
Oh my goodness.
Kansas City Center. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 310.
Continue climb
Oh,
to flight
are we
level
good?
310,
Yep,
Envoy
we're good.
3434.
Yep, there's her tail. Oh, now she's on the desk. This could be very bad. If the stream goes away, everybody, Lucy is the culprit.
United 2681, Kansas City Center. Expect to clash 4, runway 16 left.
16 left. Hop down loose. Expect clash 4 for runway 16 left. United 2681. Is that what I put in? Is that what we changed to? Ah, we did 16 right.
3434, resume own navigation.
Roger, resume
So sure.
navigation. Envoy
We'll do 16 left. Let's see here. For 1.6 left. Nope, that is the wrong one. Let's see what we got here for 1.6 left. So that RNAV would have been cool for 1.6 right. At this point, if this is the case, we're just gonna, they're probably just gonna vector us for the ILS. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. Back down to here. Let's go to our flight plan. We're gonna go Denver arrival. I've got cat hair all over me now. Let's see. We're gonna do ILS 16 lift. What we're changing to. Clash 4. That doesn't change. This transition doesn't change, and there will be no VIA, so let's insert that. Whoa, what's going on here?
Contact Denver Center 1.
Also, what are these frames? I'll put that there. Alright, if I remember correctly,
Denver Center, United 2681. Flight
I need that.
80.
Then we can insert, and then now we can go back to managed.
United 2681, Denver Center, roger.
Okay. Awesome. And we're still good at our current altitude, so we are fine and dandy there. We shall see how BeyondATC does for us this evening. Sometimes I've had BeyondATC get us in decently. Sometimes it's been a bit of a struggle. I remember one flight I was doing in Texas. I believe I was flying to Lubbock, and was trusting BeyondATC the entire time, or the entire way there. And once we started getting to the approach, it's like, okay, we should probably be descending. And so it finally gave us descent instructions. By the time it gave us descent instructions where we needed to be, we were totally off and like just not set up at all, and ended up being way too high, which it might be a deal for airports that don't have arrivals into them. So I don't know, but usually when it comes, if you have an ILS or some such with an approach and all that fun stuff, usually it is done decent. But we'll see what happens. Is the bar actually still working? Possibly. This landing is definitely going to be interesting because I've not practiced in this plane for a bit. I've not flown this plane in a bit. And actually, of the 21 and the 20, the 19 and the 19, the 19 I have flown the least. So we'll see how that goes. I think what we'll do, no, we're gonna wait a second. Not quite yet.
Denver Center, Delta 538.
Well, we won't put that info in just quite yet. My cameras are all freaked out now because of earlier. There we go.
Denver Center, radar contact.
What to do? Oh, I actually got an achievement. Apparently, I just achieved my stand goal by sitting here on my butt streaming. Interesting. be right back.
United 2681, contact Denver Center 133.4. Have a good day.
It's like the first stand goal I've achieved. I don't even know why it says I've achieved it. But whatever. I'll take it where I'll take it.
Flight level 380. United 2681, Denver Center.
Oh, my legs hurt.
American 2847, contact Denver Center 132.5.
Center on 132.5, American 2847. See you.
So Caroline, you should back the stream up a bit and saw what our watched what our little first officer was doing. She decided to come for a little visit, and she did what she normally does. It was quite funny. I'm digging the music. And just like that, we're back. I don't think the bar is working again. I think it's been on 20 minutes for a minute.
Denver Center, Delta 795, flight level 330.
Oh, loose.
Denver Center, radar contact.
Probably fly it better than me. Honestly. But at the moment, probably not, because she's having a bit of a bath.
Flight level 260.
Envoy 4142, Denver Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 270.
Continue climb to flight level 270. Envoy 4142.
Encoding overloaded. Okay. Whatever that means, so we'll have to look into that. Probably need to throw the bitrate down a bit. Oop, that's for us.
All right, descend via Clash for arrival. Denver Airport landing runway 16 left, altimeter 3007, United 2681.
All right, so let's bring that up real quick. Where's our charts? Oh, lost our charts. Bring that up. So if we come take a look at the Clash 4, let's see, where are we going to be? We're probably going to be coming out here to quick. Yep, we're going to quick. So at quick, we need to be at 11,000. So we're going to go ahead and get 11,000 set, and we're going to start our way down. Let's get that brought down. And then all we're going to do is, as soon as we pass that arrow, which is about right now, we're going to push in. And down we go. Alright. So we are on our way down. Now we can come down here and get our we can clear that. Yep, working on it. All right, 3007 I believe is what they told us. I should probably get that off the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Yes, 3007 0.07. Let's take a look at the weather in old Denver. Right now we are -2 degrees. Our winds are 170 at 7 knots. Wrong button. 170 at 7. Okay. And our barrow, we come back over here again, is going to be 5557. So we come here, we'll go to barrow and 5557, enter that in, and we are all configured. And we're back on profile. Down we go. Alright, so 16 left is going to give us 12,000 feet of runway.
SkyWest 4006, Denver Center.
And given that position and where we're going to park, we're going to roll out the entire runway. So we will be using auto brakes low. So we're actually going to go ahead and get that set. And so we don't forget. Yeah, we're dropping some frames there. So did we need to be at flight level 300 for that point? Oh, above flight level 300. Okay, we're all good. Down we go. The frame rate on the MFD there is interesting. And everything down there is good to go. We'll let the passengers stay up for a little bit longer. let them continue their service, go to the bathroom, all that kind of fun stuff. Oh, and the bar actually is ringing. So, note to self, if we continue to use the Fly Live panel, don't minimize that in the background. Because when you minimize it, it stops giving you information. Even though our altitude is not going down, so I'm pretty sure it's bugged out again. So the Fly Live data may be going away until we can figure out some other solution. It's still running. Yeah, our altitude's stuck. So if I refresh it again. Nope. Try this one more time. Looks like we finished the music. There it goes. Yeah. So there's, I think it's just lack of this not being updated anymore. So it's just not doing it. 2681. So now that I've updated that again, it's giving the information. So we shall look into that. Music, hello. We finished that playlist. Let's see what we can figure out next. Go with that, sort by that, get rid of that. And there we go. Some more music for our enjoyment.
United 2681, contact Denver Center 13, 3.905. Contact Denver Center 13, 3.905. United 2681, take care. Denver Center, United 2681. Good day.
That's
Descending via
us.
Clash 4, flight level 266.
United 2681, Denver Center, copy.
Roger, roger. .007. 3007. Just got to remember 3007. That's what I like about in the A350. You can pre-select it and have your altimeter ready to go. In this, you have to remember. That's so difficult. Look into the sun. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That was Lovebird. If you're interested. Like I said, Jackalope Brewing Co. Interested from the information, exclamation point beer in the chat will provide you that info. I think my rating on this one is a 5. I definitely like the flavor in it, so that'll be another one. I'm gonna have to get this one more often. We shall see. I have 5 other options coming up for the future. So we'll see. We'll
Denver Center, Southwest 956,
we'll
descending
have to give those a
4,
try.
flight level 237.
Oh, Southwest, not us. I was like, wait, what?
Southwest 956, Denver Center. Good day.
I need to look into that.
United 2681, contact Denver Center 125.9 or 5.
Contact Denver Center 125.9 or 5.
125 or 5. Southwest, not Southwest. United 26.
Denver Center,
81.
United 2681. Good day. Descending via Clash 4. Flight level 211.
And our altitude stopped reporting again. Alright, well, that's gonna go away for the next stream. That's quite unfortunate. And just like, at some point, it's like it just stops responding, which I did have issues with SimConnect earlier. Oh no. And I think BeyondATC just also poo-pooed itself. It's stuck on generating speech, which tends to happen.
United 26.
Oh, there it goes.
Denver Center.
I was like, are you gonna figure it out?
United 2681, contact Denver approach.
Alright, we're going to approach. Alright,
Contact Denver approach.
time to
United
sit your
2681.
ass
Have a good day.
down.
Denver approach. United 2681. Good day. Flight level 203 with the numbers.
With the numbers.
United 2681 Denver approach. Altimeter 3007, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 16 left.
Will do.
Altimeter 3007, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 16 left. United
ILS.
2681.
Southwest 3227, turn left, heading 270, descend maintain 8000.
Turn left, heading 270, descend maintain 8000, Southwest 3227.
Southwest 3227, 4 miles from Jose. Turn left, heading 230. Maintain 7,000 feet until established on the final approach course.
So, if we start going through these clouds, we're going to have to definitely turn some anti-ice on.
Turn left, heading 230.
So we'll keep an eye on that.
Cleared eye LS runway.
Get this set to 3007. I'll put us a bit above the profile, but we're going to come back from that immediately. So no spoilers are needed there. And the airport's going to be covered behind all those clouds. All right, let's go ahead and get our speed brakes armed. We're going to go low so we can roll out to the end of the runway from, so it's easier to get to parking. Our parking, I wrote it down earlier, is B something some such.
Southwest 3227. Contact Denver Tower 124.3.
B31 is where we'll be parking.
Over to Tower 124.3, Southwest 3227.
A little bit of a turn. Okay. That is up and running. Alright, so the question will be is if it'll keep descending us, or if we're going to get stuck like it has happened in the past, and then it totally throws off our descent profile. We shall see.
Denver approach, Southwest 2305. Flight level 198, we have November.
Southwest 2305, Denver approach. Good day. Altimeter 3007, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 16 right.
Ooh, they got 16 right.
Altimeter 3007,
Maybe get some dual
radar
approaches.
vectors for
Alright,
ILS
let's
runway
get
16
some
right.
anti-ice on while we kind of go through these clouds. Wing should be fine. So the airport is literally right there in front of us, covered by those clouds. Get things situated here, get my feet back into the rudder pedals. And now we're moving on to our second drink for this evening. H2O.
Denver approach, Southwest 956. Good day. Flight level 197.
This is not our bed.
We have November.
I have a bed under the desk for Miss Luce, and
Southwest 956.
she normally hangs out there.
Altimeter 3007, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 17 right.
Oh dang, we're just landing on all the runways.
Altimeter 3007, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 17 right, Southwest 956.
And once we get down through these clouds, we will be... You know what, I just now realized I did not set my trim when we took off. Bit of an oopsie there. Alright, another thing I need to make note of. I need to make note of this right now, because... notes from last stream, which is now this stream. Get rid of whatever this is called. It's not working. Fly Live Studio. That's going away. And then I need to lower the bit rate because I'm getting all kinds of warnings every now. Not all kinds of warnings, but warnings every now and then. Who set that? So we'll figure that out. And then go away. And then overall, get gooder. Okay, notes are made. Oh, we are way above profile, so let's get the spoilers out and work on getting back down where we need to be. And then hopefully we will get further instructions in the soup. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our lights on. So that can come on, wing light can come on. And there's 11,000.
2681, turn left, heading 335, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 335, United 2681.
Okay, you gonna lower us?
United 2681, descend and maintain 9,000.
Descend and maintain 9,000, United 2681.
Okay, we'll go at about 900.
Denver approach, Southwest 1709. Good day, 16,100 with information November.
Southwest 1709, Denver approach, good day. Altimeter 3007, expect the ILS runway 16 right via TSHNR.
Altimeter 3007, expect the
Slow that
ILS
out a bit.
runway 16 right via TSHNR, Southwest 1709.
United 2681, turn left, heading 325.
Turn left, heading 325, United 2681.
Okay, there's that. I'm gonna go flaps 1.
Denver approach, Delta 1165. Flight level 180, we have November on board.
Let's keep our speed up
Delta
here.
1165, Denver approach. Altimeter 3007, expect the ILS runway 16 right via Kale.
I didn't realize the speed brakes are out.
Altimeter 3007, expect the ILS runway 16 right via Kale. Delta 1165.
Delta 1165, cleared direct Kale. Cross Kale at or above 1,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 16 right.
Cleared direct Kale. Cross Kale at or
We're
above
gonna turn the
1,000
music down
feet.
just a bit.
Cleared ILS runway
We're gonna turn
16 right.
this up just a
Delta
bit.
1165.
We're gonna turn our game up just a bit. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and
United
pause the
2681,
music.
turn left, heading 255. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Left
Turn
255.
left, heading 255. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, United 2681.
Oh. I hope if I looked at the right dial. 255.
5 miles from Kingme, turn left, heading 215. Maintain 7,000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 16 left.
Turn left, heading 215, 7,000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 16 left, United 2681.
Okay. Coming in, we're going to arm our localizer. Lokestar is captured. So we go
Southwest
approach.
1709, cleared direct TSH&R. Cross TSH&R at or above 13,000. Cleared ILS runway 16 right.
Cleared direct TSH&R. Cross TSH&R at or above 13,000. Cleared ILS runway 16 right, Southwest 1709.
Okay, that's interesting. It has it there, but it doesn't have it there. It's like the radio's not in.
Flight level 1906. We have November on board.
I don't know if that has to do with the fault of our IRSs earlier. I don't know.
Altimeter 3007. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 17 right.
Right, let's get our recording going.
Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 17 right. United 3885.
There it goes. It's got our recording going.
United 2681. Contact Denver Tower 135.3.
Alright,
Contact Tower
you're coming down?
135.3,
Flaps 2.
United 2681. Have a good day. Denver Tower, United 2681. ILS runway 16 left.
United 2681. Denver Tower. Wing 160 at 7. Runway 16 left cleared to land.
Runway 16 left, cleared to land. United 2681.
That's armed, that's good to go. Okay. Flaps 3. Glide slope is captured. And we'll go flaps full. And we will go nose lights on. And those can come off. Alright, my airplane. I'm gonna peace out here for a second. Y'all enjoy the landing. We'll see if we can butter it. I highly doubt it though. Alright, here we go. To red right now, so far. Tiny inputs, tiny inputs. Bit high.
100 above. 200. Minimum.
Go. Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Ooh. There's like no flare on that. God, that was awful. That's first restored. And manual braking. God, that was not great.
2681. Exit left at Foxtrot 4.
Exit left at Foxtrot 4. United 2681.
LRM says concerning.
United 2681. Contact ground 121.35.
Well, looky there.
Ground 121.35. United 2681.
All those can turn off. Master APU switch can come on.
United 2681. Request taxi to company gate.
And I think B21 is where we were supposed to be going.
United 2681. Gate Bravo 21 taxi via Foxtrot. Bravo November.
3-1. So we're going to ignore
Bravo
that.
21 via Foxtrot. Bravo November.
We're going to come up
United
here to
2681.
BeyondATC. Or not BeyondATC, GSX. Bravo. Yeah, sure. We'll go. Actually, no, we're going to go where the plane actually parked. Yeah, that says too small, even though this is where it parked before. And sure. All right, let me bring up this chart. Bravo 31. Is going to be on the north side. Chrono can come off. I think that turned it off. We shall see. Because nothing is going to work like it's supposed to. I can come back on for now. Alright, we are looking for hotel. This next one's Foxtrot, so the next one should be hotel. Perfect. We shall make a left here on the brakes. We have some planes here. Back up here with y'all as we get things finished out here. Yeah, definitely not going to be a second flight. We will either come back. We'll for sure be back next week with it if there's any chance of it happening earlier. But there's probably not. So we're just going to plan for our Denver to Seattle trip and the 7.3 MAX for next week. I'll actually try to get some practice in so we didn't have what just happened in this plane. Again, it's been, I don't even know how long since I've flown the A319, and the A319 is the one I've flown the least. So there should have definitely been some practice done there, but also we're here for the fun of it, so who cares? All right. Is he parked where we're parking? I think he's literally parked where we're parking. So guess what? Read this parking from AI. Nope, it's not. That's it. This is our parking right here. Hello, turn. Just did that thing where it's just like, oh, nope. Hey, and there would have been our plane that we would have taken on to Seattle. Didn't even clean up. Like, literally just all over the place. Definitely got some work to do. Let's see if we can at least nail the parking. I think I went too far to the right. I need to turn these numbers off at some point so we can just go by the marshal or... Nope, a little bit more. Come on. Perfect. We're calling it. Brakes on. Alright, come up to the top. APU bleed can go on. Engines can come off 1 and 2. And beacon light can turn off. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and I blinded our person. Engines are cut. The engines are off. Now the engines are off. Hey, very good parking. Do we get a dance? Hey, we nailed. Well, that's copyrighted music. I thought they took that out. Of all the things that have happened tonight, we nailed the parking. Thanks for flying United. Get off my plane. LOL.
Southwest 1709. Gate Charlie 41 taxi
stop
via
that
Delta
guy.
8, Whiskey Charlie. Hold short runway 16 left.
We will
Gate
come
Charlie
back to
41
that.
via
That
Delta
can go
8,
away.
Whiskey Charlie.
Fine.
Passengers
BeyondATC
to
can
boarding
go
started.
away. Negative 516 on the landing. I guess it is what it is. I guess I should probably go and turn the light off and not blind the crew. There it is, my friends. Welcome to Denver. We've made it, barely. Late stream, everything went wrong. We finally ended up in the air though, and now we can go to Pikes Peak or do whatever you do in Colorado. Awesome. Cool. Let's get this guy situated into a turnaround state. GSX, we're gonna restart that. All that can go away. Let's go. Where's my thing? We're gonna go EFB, dismiss. Let's see, what do I need to do? Can I go? We have panel states. Panel states, yes. We're gonna go ready. Activate. Get all that good to go. Let's come out here. Get our flaps all the way down. And then those are coming down. Let's go and get all of the doors shut. Ground services. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Perfect. Those close. Those are closing. And last but not least, let's come up here and turn all of the lights back on. That can come on, that can come on, that can come on. Backseat on, turn off. Perfect. Let's see how this goes. Wrong button. Are we running? Are we ready to go? Perfect. Let's see how this works. We're gonna replay.
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
All right, pause that. We're gonna definitely turn that down right now. We'll bring that back into about right there. Trim, start here. Yes, perfect. All right. Actually, we're gonna trim that a bit more. Pause. Bring that into about right there. Trim, start here. Yes. And resume. Perfect. And now, let's see if we can get a little bit of a view here as we come in and watch this. Like, there's going to be literally no flare as we come into this. I mean, literally just right there at the end. We literally flared after the landing. Get rid of that. Oh. So note to self, definitely practice, and like, I know the A319 is definitely like 20 and definitely the 21 are somehow easier to manage, but like this, it's just like just boom, clunk, like check the gear. I mean, again, landing rate monitor said concerning. Cool. All right, my friends, it has been a long flight. I'm not going to be like, all the things happened, but we worked through them, we persevered, and we're here, and we landed, and we're safe, and that's all that matters. One thing while we're here, to all those who came and enjoyed the stream and stopped by, thank you so much for stopping by. It is really appreciated, especially as we get things going. While we're sitting here,
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not.
you can go away. One quick thing, one shameless plug. If you liked what you saw today, where's my button? I have a button for this. If you liked what you saw today, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button, and we'll keep on doing this. Like I said, I think our next plan is, since we're not doing our second flight that we were supposed to do, we were going to switch over and do the 7.3 Max from here into Seattle, and that's looks to be another 3-hour flight. I've stood all I can stand, and I can't stand no more, so that ain't happening tonight. So we will plan for that to be our next flight. We'll see about keeping it united. We may change it up and switch up carriers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We got some time to decide that. So that being said, I'm going to leave all with a few more replays as we wrap up this stream. And I'm going to peace out and go to bed. Once again, thanks for joining. And until next time, bye for now.